First pitch coming your way next. Just about set to go now. Getting the nod in this one, Shohei Ohtani.
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
All right, ready to go here. Here's the left fielder, Jordan Beck.
Come on, Showtime.
A little bit high, and we're underway. Next offering in there for a strike. Strike one. And downstairs.
Three balls, one strike.
Swing and a miss. Full count now.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Now a great back and forth and that at bat. He had to lay off some really close pitches, and somehow Boogie found a way to keep the bat on his shoulder right there. I'll tell you right now, I couldn't have done it.
Over to first, and he saved. Freeman, in his third season, batting second in today's lineup, and they traded for him earlier this year. Here's Tyler Freeman to hit. Outside low, and that is ball one. And another ball. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
Beck aboard here at first with nobody out. Runner on the go. Pitch in for a strike. And safe. It's a stolen base.
Let's go, Showtime.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. No outs. Runner on second.
Come on, punch him out.
Swings and blasts one deep to left center. And an automatic double as it hops the fence. A run comes in on the play.
He puts a great swing on that pitch and drives home the run, and that was always going to be a double, but the bounce over the wall just took the guesswork out of it right away. It was a nice swing.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Next to hit for the Rockies, Hunter Goodman. First pitch misses. Man at second. That catches the top part of the zone, and the count even at 1.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
The 1-1 is fouled off. The 1-2.
Ball, that's just out. Punch him out.
And there's a ball.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
3-2 on the way. Got him swinging.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
Here's Ryan McMahon now. And that's a little bit high. And that's ball one. A swing and a miss, and that's strike one.
Well, he just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
Muncy, jump throw to first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe.
Well, from the time you're a little leaguer, you're taught to hustle out of the box and give it a full sprint through the base, regardless of how you hit it. And he didn't make great contact, but the effort was there, and he earns the base hit.
Tyro Estrada to the plate. Swing and a foul back. That's out of play. Yeah, big swing and a miss.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Ground ball could be 2. Off balance feet. Here's 1. On to Freeman. Double play. Inning over. A run on 2 hits, and they leave 1. Bottom half of inning number 1 coming up. It's the Rockies 1. The Dodgers coming to bat. Back here in L.A. and starting this one, Germán Marquez. What do you look for here?
Power pitcher. He's going to speed you up with the fastball velocity, and out of his hand will explode the breaking ball. Very difficult for hitters to keep that front side closed and hit the ball the other way because they know if they're not ready to pull the trigger, the fastball will beat them.
Here's Mookie Betts. He's kind of an outlier, especially when guys are consciously sacrificing contact to deliver power. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Yeah, his swing is so good. It's in the zone a long time. He gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
And strike 1 to Mookie Betts. Singy, one of the things that's interesting is that guys really don't worry about swing and miss from an offensive standpoint anymore. So when you see, oh, this one high and deep, way back there. Drops for a hit. He couldn't run it down. Safe at second with a leadoff double.
He was all over that one. Pretty much just a textbook double into the gap, and when you can drop one in there between the outfielders, you know you're making the turn at first. Just an excellent swing.
And here comes Tommy Edman. Just off the inside edge.
Yeah, and the domino effect of that is running up pitch counts on pitchers and then either getting them to a place of fatigue or getting into the bullpen perhaps before you get to those higher leverage arms at the back end.
That's outside. Now 2-0. One of the things that Jim Leland used to say when I was broadcasting with the Marlins, the longer a plate appearance goes for a batter, the more likely it is that something good will happen for the hitter. And a foul ball.
The Dominator.
On the ground, right side. Gets it to first. One gone, bottom half of the first. Here's the Dodgers lineup now. The sluggers in this lineup might not be too happy about the fact that the wind is blowing in today, Chris.
Yeah, and you hear pitchers talk about how good it feels when the wind is at their back. And for hitters, you almost feel like beyond just the pitcher coming at you, you've got this other force coming against you. So important to try to get on top of the ball in terms of hitting line drives, you know, maybe really hard ground balls with a good exit velocity that'll get you. Well, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock.
One gone, runner at first. And now Teoscar Hernandez. Right through there for a strike. That misses, and the count is 1-1. Man at first, one away. Swing and a miss, and that's strike two.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading the count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
And that's outside, and it's 2-2. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again.
Clearly hoping he could get a swing and miss on that, but doesn't fool the hitter with that breaking ball. Nice job, just couldn't keep it fair.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. And that's down and away. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with one gone.
Batting fifth, catcher, Will Smith.
And up to the plate is Will Smith.
Let's go, Will.
That one's upstairs, ball one.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Need a base hit here.
That's through there for a strike.
Get out of here, Rocky.
Ball two.
Squirts away a little bit. To third, tag, got him.
Well, you want to see guys aggressive out there on the base paths, but you also want to see them smart as well in making their decisions. And right there, couldn't really tell how far away that ball was. So if that's the case, you got to shut it down. He gets caught stealing there, takes himself out of scoring position.
Swing and a miss. That's strike two.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. And that one finds its way through. Here's the throw to the plate. Save! In comes the run from second. It's 2-1.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
2 outs, runner at first. Here comes Max Muncy. Not close with that one. 1-0. He swings and fouls one off. First inning and already up to 23 pitches. Line drive. Moniak grabs it on the run. But 2 runs for him and they jump ahead. On to the second now from Dodger Stadium. It's the Dodgers 2 and the Rockies 1. And welcome back to the ballpark. All set for the start of the inning. And stepping in is the speedy Brenton Doyle. Ohtani back to work. On a line out towards center. Pajes right there to make the grab. And there's one down.
Batting seventh.
Here's Michael Toglia. That just misses. Ball one. One down, base is empty. And another ball.
No strike.
And Chris behind the plate today, James Kingsley, known for being a little generous on the edges. Swing and a ball lifted in the air, shallow left field. Hernandez makes the grab for the second out.
Batting eighth, right fielder.
Now a
Mickey
chance for
Moniak.
Mickey Moniak. Swing and a miss as he was late.
0-1's the count.
In the dirt, and it's 1-1. 2 outs, base is empty. Swing and a miss. And a count 1-2.
This guy's sink has so much drop in it. It's almost like a split finger fastball. Instead of just weak contact and balls on the ground, he gets swings and misses.
That one missed.
Let's go, LA.
2 down, nobody on. Good eye in that spot.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Right through there, got him. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Nothing doing for the Rockies. They're down 2-1. Back here at Dodger Stadium, we head to the bottom of the second. Now it's the veteran outfielder, Michael Conforto. Way inside.
Ball, that's upstairs.
And a foul ball.
Here's a player known for playing better in day games, which is not always the case. I mean, day games are different, Boog. Things change from game times to your daily routine, but he sure makes the transition look easy.
Next pitch is downstairs.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire's strike zone.
The pitch. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again.
A healthy cut, tough pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
Andy Pajes steps to the plate for the Dodgers. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Ball 1, no strike.
Conforto gets his lead at first. Nobody out.
Let's keep it going.
Next
That's
offering
ball 2.
upstairs.
2 balls, no strike.
There's a swing and a drive. And it's off the wall. Headed for the plate. The relay, safe. And they lead by 2.
But when you fall behind in the count, you've got to come into the zone, and then guys have a better chance of hitting the ball hard like he did right there.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Hesung Kim. And that's through there for a strike. It's 0-1. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Bottom half of inning number 2. Out to short.
Let's go.
Fires across the diamond. That's one out, the bottom of the second.
Now batting, shortstop, Mookie Betts.
Now it's Mookie Betts. Doubled his first time.
Boog, here's someone that loves playing at home, and who can blame him? His numbers are historically better, and he's already 1 for 1 out of the chute.
And that one wrapped foul. 1 out and a runner at second. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Foul tip into the mitt, struck him out.
Now batting,
Here's a switch hitter, Tommy Edman. He's 0 for 1. Hit on the ground to short.
Let's go.
Tosses across to first, and they get Edman for the out. Inning over, and it could have been worse. Dodgers with a run-scoring double. It's now a 3-1 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Back here at Chavez Ravine, top half of the 3rd inning. Here's the shortstop at the plate, number 8. And takes low for ball 1. He was late there, strike 1.
1-1.
Bounding ball here, rolls foul. And he hits a ground ball right side. Edman slings to first. Leadoff hitter gone in the 3rd.
now batting, left fielder, Jordan Beck.
So the lineup flips over. So in now for Colorado, Jordan Beck. A walk and a run scored his first time. Strike 1.
I guess you throw it that hard, you can get away with locations like that right down the middle. But I still think it's a dangerous pitch. Don't want to do it again.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. Smith down to first with it. Gets the out, 2 down after the strikeout.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
Hitter, Tyler Freeman.
2 outs, base is empty. Next for the Rockies is the DH, Tyler Freeman. He doubled home a run in his first AB. Clips the corner, 0-1. And ball 1. Next offering is in for a strike. Swing and a miss, and he got him. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. Rockies are down quietly. Score holds. It's 3-1. And we're back. Here's
Leading
Freddie
off
Freeman
for the
now.
Dodgers, first baseman, Freddie Freeman.
Pitch in
Count
the dirt,
2-0.
and that's ball one. Next offering is outside. That one fouled off, 2-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. And that's downstairs and outside. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Here's Teoscar Hernandez. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far.
Hernandez.
First pitch, and he just misses.
1-0.
And that one is in for a strike. Though Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. Moniak on the move. Makes the grab, and there's 2 gone.
Oh, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep, because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. In the air to left, down the line. And it gets into the corner, but it's foul. And that one upstairs, ball 1. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. That K is his 3rd of the game. Dodgers down in order. And the score stays 3-1. On to the 4th.
Leading off
Here's the
for
catcher,
Colorado,
Hunter Goodman.
Hunter Goodman.
Goodman goes 5 feet 11 inches, 25 years old, and he was drafted in the 4th round in 2021. Ball 1 there.
All these Rockies showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
The 1-1 is fouled off.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
Sit him down.
Ground ball up the middle. Dives, and he can't hang on. No throw, and he's on at first.
Now batting, 3rd baseman, Ryan McMahon.
Ryan McMahon steps to the plate. Reached on an infield single his first time.
Turn 2 now. Let's go.
Ouch.
Time out. That ball hit him.
Oh, he didn't miss by much right there, but it was just enough to clip him on the way in.
So up next, Tyro Estrada. He's 0 for 1. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Big at bat right here with an opportunity to do damage. But on the flip side, ground ball, double play, strikeout, that could get the inning back under control on the mound.
Foul ball.
Swing and a ground ball, and it goes just foul.
Strike him out.
And 1-2.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Punch him out.
Base Base hit into right center. Goodman rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score easily. And it's an RBI single. It's 3-2.
We don't see this a whole lot anymore where hitters with 2 strikes are willing to shorten up, tighten up, and try to hit the ball back up the middle other way. He was trying to hit that hole, I believe. Very good at bat with 2 strikes.
First and second, no outs. Next to hit, Brenton Doyle. Pitch misses, and it's 1-0. Traffic on the bases with 1 already in. Top half of inning number 4. Swings through that one out in front that time.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Inside, just missed.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
The 2-1. On the ground, could be 2. There's 1. On to first, double play.
That was a much-needed double play right there. It gives him a really good shot at minimizing any further damage in this inning.
Michael Tolia digging in for the Rockies. Fly to left his first time. Pitch misses there, and that's ball 1. So after the double play, he's trying to pick up his teammate and tie this game. On the ground, right side. Throw on to Freeman. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now a 3-2 ball game. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Bottom 4, and now it's Max Muncy.
Third baseman, Max Muncy.
And the first offering, a fastball for a strike.
You know, these Dodgers doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. It's not just the 3 runs they've already scored. On top of that, they forced this starter to throw more pitches than he wanted to at this point of the game.
Moniak makes the grab, and there's 1 away.
And that pitch count is impactful because if they can keep making him work hard out there, it may force the bullpen to get involved a little sooner rather than later.
Ball, that's out.
And that gets the top of the zone for a strike. 1 out, base is empty. Grounds 1 to short. Throw not in time. It's an unlikely infield single.
Tough play on a nice backhand stop. Had to be perfect with the exchange and throw to get the out, but it looked like he had to dig in there a little deeper, like he was trying to get a split finger grip or something. Close play, but that little extra time on the transfer made all the difference.
Runner on at first with 1 gone. And next for LA, Andy Pajes. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
0-1.
And that's a great take right there. Even though it's a strike, with the situation, runner on first base, you want to keep the ball off the ground. And you swing at that pitch, most likely you roll into a double play.
Out on the off-balance throw.
Up next for the Dodgers, designated
Next is the Dodger DH, Hesung Kim. Grounded out his first time up. That one down the line. Jump throw across his body. It's there, and that's a great play. So the Dodgers leave one, but they're up 3-2. And welcome back to the
Leading off for
ballpark.
Colorado,
Now it's the right fielder, Mickey Moniak. Ohtani back to work. Just missed.
Well, these Rockies need to bring up the quality of their at-bats and specifically their swings. Just one extra base hit for them, so they haven't exactly been hitting the ball gap to gap or out of the park.
1-1.
That makes it really difficult to generate runs.
Swings through the fastball up in the zone.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a high fly ball to left. Hernandez moving under this one. And there's one down.
Now batting, shortstop.
And the batter will be the shortstop. Grounded out his first time. Fastball for a strike. 0-1. Base is empty, one away, and we're at the top of the 5th.
No ball, 2 strikes.
And a foul ball, he stays alive.
That was a nice bid right there to try to tie up this ball game. Just couldn't keep it from bending foul. He looked locked in on that swing. Pitcher better be careful with him right now.
That one just misses.
What's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
Now the left fielder, Jordan Beck. He is struck out, and he is walked. That was the sweeper, but it missed. Two outs. Ripped, but it curls foul. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Hit hard on the ground to short. Betts whips it to first. And that is that. 1-2-3 go the Rockies. They're down 3-2. Back here at Dodger Stadium, Mookie Betts will make his way to the plate. Chris, baseball today, so many strikeouts, and they are available to pitchers. But this is a guy that puts the bat on the ball and is kind of different from the players that we see day in, day out. In the air, right field, Moniak on his way over, reaching for it, makes the catch.
Gotta love the over-the-shoulder catch. I tell you what, those are really fun to make.
Tommy Edman at the plate. And he grounds one to the right side. Estrada tosses to first, and they get Edman for the out.
Well, on the mound, very efficient, able to produce an outcome, it seems like, within the 3rd or 4th pitch of just about every at-bat.
2 down, bases empty. Freddie Freeman will come up to hit. Swing and a ball lifted in the air right field. He just missed it. Moniak makes the catch, and that'll do it. Back here in L.A., now it's the DH, Tyler Freeman. That one finds the zone. Strike one. Action in the pen down there. Tanner Scott, the veteran southpaw, is getting ready to come on if needed. Vesia warming up as well. The 0-1. Down the line. And that's a foul ball.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
Going to count 1 and 2.
2 strikes.
Punch him out.
Just misses the mark outside the zone.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Swing and a high fly ball hit the air left center field. This one's got a chance. That one's back. Forget it. He sends it out of here. And we have a tie ball game. It's 3-3.
Boog, I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Ohtani will depart, just never found his groove, wasn't able to settle in. New arm coming on, back in a moment.
Now pitching.
So the Dodgers have a new arm on the mound, Michael
Number
Kopech.
45. Michael Kopech.
Now the catcher up to hit, Hunter Goodman. First
Outside,
offering, and
that's
it
the ball.
just misses.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in, and we're in the top half of the 6th. And that one in the air center field. Pajes moving back for this one. Makes the grab, one down.
Up next for Colorado.
Next for Colorado,
third baseman,
Ryan McMahon. That one fouled off. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. Conforto puts it away. 2 down.
Up next for Colorado.
Next to
second
hit for the
baseman,
Rockies, Tyro Estrada. This is a guy who's in the lineup first and foremost because of what he contributes defensively, Chris. And when you talk about preventing runs from being scored, this guy is a big contributor.
I was always told it's hard to take you off the field when you play really good defense, especially at a premier position, and that's what he does.
That one found hard the other way.
The hitting's going to come around. He's going to figure it out. But right now, his big asset is the way he plays the game on defense.
Off the mark there. Now 1 and 2. Swings and misses on the fastball up in the zone for the strikeout. 1 in the inning, and it comes from a rather unlikely power source. We're tied now at 3 apiece. Back after this on the show. Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Anthony Molina.
Now pitching for Colorado, number 43, Anthony Molina.
Here's the left fielder, Teoscar Hernandez. 1 for 2.
Teoscar Hernandez.
Tap foul at the plate. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Movement in the bullpen. Jake Bird getting ready to come on for Bud Black. Kinley getting cranked up as well. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 1 away.
Wow, short work to send him packing to start the inning, and no messing around either. All 3 pitches were in the strike zone, attack mode all the way, and that's pretty impressive given the pop he was dealing with at the plate.
Will Smith to the plate. Swings through that one for strike 1.
0-1.
All tied up here in the bottom of the 6th. That's down and in.
1-1.
To third. Can't glove it cleanly. No throw. He's in safely, and now there's a runner at first. Man at first with 1 gone. Max Muncy steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Check swing called strike. Strike 1.
Come on, let's keep it going.
Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Runner holds it second, but they've got something going on here.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. He got that front foot down, and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
And here is Michael Conforto. And a fastball misses outside for a ball. Ball 1.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
In the air, center field. Doyle makes the grab, and there's 2 down.
Now batting, the center fielder, Andy Pajes.
Andy Pajes digs in now.
Let's go, Dodgers! Come on, Dodgers!
That one finds the zone. That's strike 1.
And I know you want to be patient as a hitter, but you got to be ready to jump on the first thing straight. And he got one right there, but left the bat on his shoulder.
Smith on second. Muncy on at first with 2 down. That one is absolutely belted. And it one-hops the wall. 1 runs in. Runner around third on his way to the plate. In there safely. It's 5-3.
Well, that's a lonely feeling for an outfielder. The read wasn't great, and it really hurts when it costs your team a run.
And now here's the Dodgers designated hitter. Hesung Kim has grounded out a couple of times. Got it started a little too early. Strike one.
0-1's the count.
Next offering in there for a strike. And it's 0-2. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. And down on strikes. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. But they'll pick up a couple of runs here, both coming on this 2-run double. It's now a 5-3 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Tanner Scott. He has a great slider with tons of movement.
Number 66, Tanner Scott.
Brenton Doyle now at the plate. I think when you contemplate him as a player, the first thing you think about is defense, and you think about that great arm.
I also think about the speed. If he can get on, that's going to give one more thing for that pitcher to think about.
And that drops in for a strike. Scott, a former All-Star, 30 years old now. He joined the team as a free agent.
Sit him down.
0-2 now. Now one missed.
Rarely will you see a pitcher just waste a pitch like that. The batter wasn't even tempted to swing. Every pitch needs to have a purpose so that it can set up a following pitch to help you get that out.
Fastball is outside.
Well, I think he's trying to get a feel for where that one missed. I mean, it could have gone either way, but he looked a little shocked for a second there.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
Punch him out. Sweet.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. When you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
Next is switch hitting first baseman Michael Toglia. First pitch misses. Outside with a breaking ball.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
Good hitters count the 2-0. And there's a ball.
Well, I would expect in this 3-0 count, you're taking all the way. See if he'll walk you.
And that's ball 4. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
It's tough after falling behind a hitter, 2 balls and no strikes, but now at least he gets a fresh start against a new batter, but he needs to get back into the strike zone and start pitching with conviction.
Come on. Turn the double.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap, but you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
Late with the swing there.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
In the dirt, blocked. No movement. Now a ball and 2 strikes. Swings and misses, struck him out. Now it's the shortstop. 0 for 2 in this one.
Now batting, shortstop, Ryan Ritter.
Just missed.
1-0.
With the tying run at the plate, here in the top half of inning number 7. Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. Hernandez makes the catch, and that'll do it. So 1 left for Colorado, still a 2-run deficit. It's 5-3.
Now pitching for
We're back in a new
Colorado,
pitcher here to start the bottom of the seventh.
38.
Victor Vodnik.
Victor
Just trying to keep
Vodnik.
this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Back to the top of the order now. Here's Mookie to hit. 1 for 3.
Mookie.
Sing, you talk about a guy that has all the skills. The range is really good, but the arm just stands out, and he makes all the plays.
And because of that big power arm, he's able to play a little bit deeper, make throws from the outfield grass all the way across the diamond, and still get a pretty good runner. That's impressive.
Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Go Dodgers!
That's in there. 1 and 2.
Let's go Dodgers!
That's to third. Whips it to first. And one away in the bottom of the seventh.
Now batting, second baseman, Tommy Edman.
So digging in, Tommy Edman.
Come on, my friend!
Peanuts here.
Swinging a foul straight back. Base is empty, one away. Here at the bottom of the seventh.
Let's go, LA.
The next pitch misses. And the count even 1-1. And that one upstairs. Next pitch in for a strike. And now 2-2.
Well, that's really the money spot. Down and away, if you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that up. That's what you love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
Let's go, Dodgers.
One down, base is empty. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
And he chases that one.
Come on
Now
kid.
2 away.
Oh, really went aggressive in with that slider. Good two-strike pitch right there. At worst case scenario, it's weak contact in play. Exactly where he and the catcher wanted it.
And that one fouled off.
All right, Dodgers!
And the 0-1. And he takes a strike.
Let's go, Dodgers.
Foul ball, still 0-2. Just off the inside edge.
Good fastball there. I think it was a purpose pitch. Just want to make that hitter's feet uncomfortable, and that location will definitely do it.
Fights that one away, still 1-2.
Come on, here we go!
And they'll do it again. Two down, nobody on. In the dirt, ball 2.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
Cut on and miss, struck him out. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Dodgers go down quietly, and it remains 5-3.
Now pitching.
Welcome
for the
back, and a
Dodgers,
new arm on the mound to start the
Number
eighth, Alex
51.
Vesia.
Well, the best relievers love the
Vesia.
opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
So back to the top of the order,
Colorado,
Jordan
left
Beck
fielder,
digging in
Jordan
for the
Beck.
Rockies. And that one fouled off.
Let's go, Dodgers!
In there at the knees. Back foot slider ties him up, struck him out.
You know, part of the key to making that back foot slider so effective as a strikeout pitch is being in an advantage count as a pitcher. You really put that hitter at the plate on the defense when you get ahead 0-2. So a tight slider that bores in on you looks like something you have to go after.
And now the DH, Tyler Freeman. He's already homered in this game. Right through there for a strike. Yo, one. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike two.
Wow, no fair right there. I mean, that slider didn't move till the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just kind of have to tip your cap on that pick.
Strike three, and that's two in a row.
Chance to strike out the side now. You talk about the benefits, the advantages of relievers who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. Knowing that they can miss the bat, tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game.
And there's a foul ball.
It's so hard to slow yourself down when you see that juicy breaking ball, but the most success happens when you try to take that right back up the middle approach.
On the ground, and that one finds its way through. And now a two-out opportunity for Ryan McMahon.
Now batting third baseman, Ryan
So
McMahon.
next will be the four-hole hitter for the Rockies, Ryan McMahon. And that one is inside. With the tying run at the plate, and we're in the top of the eighth.
Dodgers!
Foul ball there.
Let's go, Blue!
That's out to center field, Pajes. And that is that. The Rockies strand one. They're still down 5-3.
Now pitching for
Back now, new
Colorado,
pitcher on the mound as we roll
Number
into the bottom of the
44.
eighth, Jimmy Herget.
Jimmy Herget.
Teoscar Hernandez
Leads off for the
steps to the plate for the
Left
Dodgers.
fielder, Teoscar Hernandez.
Ball one low.
You know, these Dodgers doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. Despite having 9 hits in the game, the numbers don't exactly jump off the page in terms of exit velocity. Nearly half have been traveling less than 90 miles per hour off the bat, but they're finding a way to get it done.
That misses the zone, and a count 2-1. And it's fouled away. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. That's back. Say goodbye to that one. And they add to the lead. It's 6-3. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat.
That's right!
for a pitcher, the odds are in your favor if you keep that breaking ball down. That time, he got punished for it. Hitter just did a really good job of staying within himself and getting the barrel to the baseball.
The batter now will be Will Smith. Hit on the ground to short, and he can't come up with it. Still manages a throw. Save. It was never going to be easy after the misplay.
Hard to tell exactly what went wrong right there. That was a fairly routine ground ball, but he just couldn't get it to stick in the glove. Might have taken his eye off it a little early, but regardless, you're going to have to work around that error.
So a man at first. Muncy digs in. That one off the mark. 1-0. A little bit low.
Well, he gave up the home run earlier in this inning, not pitching as aggressively here.
And it is 2-1.
Wow, just a beautiful backdoor slider right there. If you've got any chance of hitting that pitch, you have to wait until the absolutely last millisecond.
Ball 3.
Just a tough pitch to hit and not an easy one to throw either.
1 on, nobody out, a run in here the bottom half of the 8th inning.
Let's go, Dodgers.
Swings through that one.
We got full count.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Didn't miss by much right there. Just couldn't get the call off the inside corner.
Right fielder, Michael.
First and second, no outs. And now the right fielder, Michael Conforto.
Come on, Los Angeles.
And that one pulled foul.
Well, that ball was hit pretty hard and sure had home run distance, but if you're the pitcher out there on the mound, you execute it. Just a long strike, you go after him and finish him off.
That's off the inside corner. And now it's even 1-1. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Coming home. The throw in. But it's offline. And they lead by 4. Manager out of the dugout now, and he'll make a move to dip into the Rockies bullpen. Jimmy Herget won't go any further, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this.
Now pitching for
New pitcher in the
Colorado.
game for the Rockies, number 55. Here's the center fielder, Andy Pajes.
A chance for more damage right here. A couple of RBIs for him in his last AB.
There's the strike.
0-1's the count.
Muncy over at second. Conforto on at first with nobody out. On the ground, right side. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Beats to second, out there. On to first, safe. So they get one, but a really nice try there. And up next for Los Angeles, Hesung Kim. 0 for 3 in this one. Just missed.
Always tough to turn 2 on a speedster like this. It's even harder with him coming out of the left-handed batter's box. You really need something to hit hard on the ground that they can handle to turn 2 quickly.
2 on, 1 out. Yeah, that's fouled off. Pitch is in there, and the count is 1-2. Activity in the bullpen. Jake Bird getting ready to come on for Bud Black. Line drive. That's a base hit as a run scores. And the throw's offline, safe at third. Runners at the corners here, one away. And now it's Mookie Betts, 1 for 4 with a double.
Need a base hit here.
First pitch doesn't find the zone. That one
That's ball
missed.
2.
Still only one out here in the inning.
All right, Dodgers.
At 96, that pitch is in for a strike.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Come on, Dodgers, let's go.
Just missed.
3 balls, 1 strike.
That clips the zone. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
3 and 2.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Runners are at the corners, 1 away. Got him swinging. Had him way out front of the slur. So 2 down now, and here is Tommy Edman, 0 for 4 with 3 groundouts and a strikeout.
That's right, LA.
Fastball for a strike.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
Swing and a high fly ball left field. Beck under it. Makes the catch. And that will end the inning. 3 runs on 3 hits. 1 a solo shot. Through 8 full. It's the Dodgers 8 and the Rockies 3. And we're back. All set to start the 9th in this one. And now, Tyro Estrada.
Second baseman, Tyrone Estrada.
Vesia back to work. Outside low. Ball 1. The Dodgers bullpen with some action. Lou Trevino, the right-handed sinker baller. He looks to be readying himself. Number 86, a left-hander, also throwing. The 1-0. And that drops in for a strike.
Big at bat right here. He did the team thing, took until he got a strike. Now he's got to go to work, shorten up that swing a little bit, do whatever it takes to get on base.
Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Doyle stands in now and watches strike 1. Fought off foul. That just
Inside, ball
misses. Now 1-2.
That one called just inside, I think, and on the mound, he's trying to get a little bit of an explanation. Doesn't seem to be too bothered by it, though, but he clearly thought it clipped the corner.
Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Now only 1 out remaining. And now the first baseman, Michael Toglia.
Michael Toglia.
Swing and a foul pushed off to the right, and that will get out of play. Two outs. Oh, look at the stop. Gathers and throws, and what a play. Ball game.
Well, a real nice performance out of the pen. This guy is not the one who usually gets the final out, but extended his role a little bit and helped his team get the win. He got the save. Nice job.
8-3 the final in this one. Dave Roberts and company celebrate in the dugout. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long. And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. It's the Colorado Rockies taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. Just about set to go now. And towing the slab here, Shohei Ohtani.
It's got that splitter, and it's a pitch that swings and misses, come fast, and they come often. Very difficult to pick up out of his hand.
Ready to go now. So in now for Colorado, Jordan Beck.
Jordan Beck.
Little chopper rolls foul. Went with the sweeper, but it misses. Next offering upstairs.
Let's go, showtime.
Almost got him.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
Up the middle. Betts up with it.
Let's go, let's go.
Safe. It's an infield single to start the ball game.
And second, the designated hitter, Tyler Freeman.
Here's Tyler Freeman to hit. In the dirt. Freeman in his third season, batting second in today's lineup, and he's usually in the outfield. Today, he's the DH. Right through there for a strike.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
That one finds the zone. That is strike 2.
2 strikes.
Beck gets his lead at first with nobody out. That missed by a lot. 2-2. Caught him looking for the K. Here's the catcher to hit, Hunter Goodman. Swing and a miss. That's strike 1.
0-1.
And that's through there for a strike. Man at first, one away.
Come on, showtime.
And that is downstairs. And the count 1-2. That's down and in.
2-2 the count.
Move to first. And he's back in safely. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout.
Well, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts, so they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him into scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs one more out.
Ryan McMahon, the next to hit, takes ball 1. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
Kicks and deals. He swings and fouls one off.
Come on, Dodgers! Straight.
Just misses. And the count's full.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitters got to stay focused on the pitch.
So now 2 on and 2 outs.
His ability to draw walks has been something that's been part of his career since day one.
First and second, 2 outs. Tyro Estrada to the plate. Pitch misses there, and that is ball 1. Two on, 2 outs. That one outside. 2-0.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
That's in for a strike on the outside corner, and it's 2-1. And a foul ball.
Strike him out.
2 outs. That one out to right. And that will drop foul.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. First and second, 2 down.
Strike him out!
That's inside, and now it's 3-2.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
3-2 now. Fights it off, he'll see another.
Sit him down!
Here comes a 3-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. About to see the 11th pitch of the at-bat here.
Punch him out.
And a swing and a miss, and that's that.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
Back here at Chavez Ravine, towing the slab in today's game, Herman Marquez. What should we keep an eye on here?
Well, the big thing is that the way he holds his curveball, it's more of a knuckle curve. And because of that, it's less predictable in terms of the break for the hitter. That makes it that much harder to hit this guy.
We go to the bottom of the first. Mookie Betts will get us started.
Shortstop, Mookie Betts.
In the air, right side, Moniak on the move towards foul ground. Makes the grab on the run. 1 away. Time now for Dave Roberts' lineup for the Los Angeles Dodgers. All right, Siggy, how about all the talent in this lineup?
They're deep, first and foremost, but the way that they can manipulate their personnel for matchups and everything else, it's very intelligent the way that they use their team. And I think it creates a little bit of uncertainty for opposing teams, especially in a big game, big series.
Let's go, Tommy! All right.
Tommy Edman in the box now. No balls and a strike. 1 out, bases empty. And a swing and a miss.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good. And then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
And now 1-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
To the right side.
Get on your horse!
Sends it to Tolia, and they get Edman for the out.
Batting third, first baseman.
Here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit.
Freeman.
Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average, but one of the things in today's game, the value in the fact that he hits both righties and lefties and misses inside. They're so reliant on the matchups nowadays, Chris, and it's huge when you don't have to sit a guy or platoon him.
When you can hit, both sides.
Now this ball is well hit. This one's got a chance. And it hits the fence. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Anytime you smoke a ball off the wall, you kind of think about what it could have been, but obviously you have to be happy with that result.
Here's Teoscar Hernandez.
Come on, Teo.
Top of the zone for a called strike.
Well, you always want to come out in the first inning, try to put something up on the board. It's a big 2-out double right there. See if the cleanup man can drive him in and put a tally up there on the board.
That's a ball.
What's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the
One
dugout.
ball, 2 strikes.
Freeman on at second with 2 down. Outside low. And a count now even up.
2 strikes.
The strategy of winning a ball game, when you can make that pitcher work a little more, expose himself by throwing pitches, that can be the key to winning perhaps later on. So good job of extending this inning, getting a knock with 2 outs to bring the number 4 hole hitter up.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Nothing on the board for the Dodgers in the first. We're back on the show from Chavez Ravine in a few. No score. Back here at Dodger Stadium. Second inning set to go. Digging in, it's the speedy outfielder, Brenton Doyle. Sliced hard but foul. Swing and a miss. James Kingsley, our plate umpire. Consistent, as you mentioned, and maybe a little generous on the edges. That one not close.
2 strikes.
And a count 1-2.
0-2 pitch that far out of the zone gives the hitter a little confidence that maybe he can climb back into this at bat.
Sit him down.
Strike 3 went back to the sweeper and got the strikeout.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of the zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
Here's Michael Tolia. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. To the right side, Edman.
Let's go, let's go.
Tosses to first.
Here we go.
2 up, 2 down.
Batting 8th, right fielder, Mickey Moniak.
2 outs, base is empty. Mickey Moniak digging in for the Rockies. Misses
Ball,
inside,
that's inside.
and that's ball 1. 2 outs, base is empty.
Let's go, Dodgers. Let's go, Dodgers.
And a fastball clips the outside corner for a strike. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Cut on and miss, struck him out. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound. Nothing doing for the Rockies. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. And welcome back to the ballpark. And up to the plate is Will Smith.
Let's go, Will.
And that misses. Ball one. And another ball.
He hasn't wanted to challenge him both of those pitches off the plate away. Don't expect anything down the heart of the plate. You may just have to be patient and take your walk here.
Next one is off the plate. 3 balls, no strikes. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Definitely lost the handle during that sequence. 4 pitches for the walk, and that last one didn't even threaten the zone. Catcher might want to go talk to him.
Max Muncy at the dish. Just missed.
1-0.
Let's go, Max.
And that is out of play. The 1-1. Sliced hard, but foul down the left side. Lifted in the air, right center field. Doyle sizing this one up. He's got it, and there's one down.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
The batter will be Michael Conforto.
Let's go, base hit here.
Swinging a foul straight back. Smith over at first with one away. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Lead runner touches second, headed for third. Headed for the plate. He will score, and the Dodgers have the lead.
Well, they strike first as he gets the job done to bring home the run. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it.
And now the center fielder, Andy Pajes. And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes. Man at second. Off the mark there. And now 2-0. That misses off the outside edge. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
It just came apart right there. 4-pitch walk, and guy at the plate was not going to help him out by swinging at something out of the zone.
2 on, 1 out. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Hesung Kim in there for strike 1.
All ones the count.
Runners at first and second with 1 gone. Bottom half of inning number 2.
Come now, here we go.
Swings through that.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Got him swinging. And there's 2 away.
Well, take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
Here's Mookie Betts now. Flied to right his first time. Fastball in for a strike. It's 0-1. Two outs, couple of base runners at first and second. to center and a base hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. And he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning.
Well, it's pretty difficult to throw a base runner out at the plate with 2 outs on a base hit to the outfield, but an excellent job of coming up with it, getting rid of it quickly, and throwing on the money. That is great technique from start to finish. Nice job to end the inning.
Back here in L.A., the batter now, number 8. Ohtani back to work. That's in there, and it's 0-1.
Nope.
The shortstop takes the ball. A little out front there as he swings through it.
2-2 count.
Got him. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
So up next, Jordan Beck reached on an infield single his first time. And that's outside. One down, base is empty. Swing and a miss, blew it by him at 99.
Well, baseball is coming out of his hand very well. He's been able to paint all 4 corners, but really good ride at the top of the zone. Hitters have to respect that. Very difficult pitch to hit.
That one misses, and that's ball 3. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
When you throw a fastball by a guy like that, I imagine it's got to feel incredible. Look for him to throw it again at some point.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch.
Come on, punch him out.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Quite the start to this game on the mound. Looking very dangerous to these hitters. 7 punch-outs already, so this lineup hasn't had much success trying to figure him out. I'm impressed with what we're seeing here.
Freeman stands in here, takes ball 1 low. And that's off the outside edge. 2-1.
Come on, Los Angeles.
And a sweeper misses for a ball. Tap foul at the plate. Three and 2 now. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Draws the walk there.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Goodman in now, takes ball 1 off the plate. Next offering is in for a strike. Here's a swing and a line drive and a base hit into right field. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away.
Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Ryan McMahon steps to the plate. Walked his first time. Just missed. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. Freeman, the lead runner, out at second. Goodman at first, 2 out of the inning. And that one just missed off the outside edge. Just missed.
3 balls, no strike.
Two on, 2 outs. And that'll load the bases.
Take your base.
Second walk of the game for him, and he's been really patient at the plate. The game plan that he's sticking to. He's just not going outside of what he's looking for up there.
Digging in, Tyro Estrada. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Swing and a miss.
There it was, a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
2 outs. And that one a little below the knees. 1-1. That's hard hit on the line. It's gone. Grand slam. That one's got to feel good. And the Rockies jump in front. It's 4-1.
That's a fun way to take the lead. Just hit one out of the park. One big swing, and that turns the tables on this one. And when you come to the plate with the bases loaded and you've got some pop, you know it's hard not to think about the chance to hit a grand slam. And that can be a trap sometimes, but not right here. He seized the opportunity, put a great swing on it, and now they're working with the lead.
Into the outfield, base hit. And that keeps the inning going.
Now batting, first baseman.
And here's the
Michael
first baseman,
Tolia.
Michael Tolia. 0 for 1 so far. And that one hammered. That's back. And it is gone. It's their second home run of the inning, and they add on. It's 6-1. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back. Love to see a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at-bat. You watch him from the on-deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter. Total conviction on that swing.
And I think Dave Roberts is coming out of the dugout. Ohtani will depart, and this is one he'd like to forget. Back with a new arm after this.
Now pitching.
Number 70 gets the call from the pen.
Number 70.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
Now here is Mickey Moniak. His first at bat was a strikeout. Breaking ball misses down and away.
One and one.
Swing and a miss as he was out front.
Gonna really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
Yeah, the 1-2 misses to even the count. The big 6 spot already on the board this inning. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. outside. And it's 3-2.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle.
Threw it by him. A swing and a miss at the fastball to end the inning. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. And this is now a 6-1 ball game. Major League Baseball is on the show. And we're back. Now the number 2 hitter, Tommy Edman.
Second baseman, Tommy Edman.
Now a drag bunt, third base side. Not in time. He bunts his way aboard to lead off the frame.
He saw the infield playing deep enough to drop down that bunt, and it paid off for him. Nice execution. He put that ball down the third baseline where he knew it would be a tough play. Took advantage right there. Very smart move.
Man at first. So now it's Freddie Freeman. Doubled his first time up. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. Marquez over to first, and he's back in safely. Edman on at first, nobody out. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time.
Look out for the double play.
Stays alive.
Dodgers.
Ground ball right side, could be 2. Quick feed to second for 1, and it's a double play.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
2 down, bases empty. Teoscar Hernandez steps to the plate for the Dodgers. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Just missed. That one hammered left field, on its way. Out of here, a home run off the foul pole. He made him pay for that one. It's 6-2.
Well, he really crushed that thing down the line, and everyone had to hold their breath until it clanked off the pole. And every time that happens, it just kind of feels like a trick shot or something. But really, it's just a stroke of luck that it stays fair long enough.
And now, Will Smith. Right through there for a strike.
0-1's the count.
Two down, bases empty, but 1 run across here in the last half of the third. And that's way high, and that's ball 1. That one back up the middle, and it gets through.
Just kept it simple, played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there was just no one there to knock it down.
So 2 down, stepping in the long ball threat, Max Muncy. That one at 95, missed up top, ball 1. And that's down and away.
After giving up that home run earlier, it just doesn't seem like he wants to challenge him.
Let's go, Dodgers.
And that's downstairs and outside. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Not what he wanted to do there, Boog. That keeps this inning alive and gives this offense a good chance to cut into their deficit.
First and second, 2 outs. Michael Conforto will climb in. Doubled in his first AB. Fastball for a strike.
0-1.
Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. McMahon sizes this one up, and the inning is over. Dodgers claw back a bit with this homer. It's now 6-2. You're dialed into the show. Back here at Chavez Ravine. New inning getting started. And now it's going to be number 8. Just missed.
All these Rockies putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. You just can't average 2 runs per inning without a complete team effort from the lineup. Everyone's been doing their job, setting up the next hitter and taking care of their own business at the plate.
The shortstop takes the ball. Next offering is in for a strike.
No need to offer at that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success when you want to try to go after that down and away pitch.
And right back to the mound. Over to first, and 1 gone to the 4th as they get the leadoff man.
For Colorado, left fielder Jordan Beck.
Jordan Beck, the next to hit. Beck measures 6 feet 2 inches, 225 pounds, and he was a second-round pick in 2022. Swinging a foul out of play. And that one upstairs, ball 1. Base is empty, 1 away. Top half of inning number 4. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
He has a tendency to chase out of the zone, and that slider that's down, that's one of his money pitches to get that swing and miss.
Some high cheese for strike 3.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Freeman has to step out of the way for ball 1.
Straighten him up a little bit.
On the ground to first. Freeman steps on the bag. It's a 1-2-3 inning for the Rockies. Rockies are down quietly. They lead at 6-2. Back here at Dodger Stadium. Now at the plate, Andy Pajes.
He's got pop, which is a little sneaky because he's so comfortable with taking his base hits to the opposite field, but he can jump you if you make a mistake.
In the air, right field, Moniak corrals it, and there's 1 away.
Now batting, designated hitter.
Hesung Kim steps to the plate for the Dodgers.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
Swings and blasts one deep to left center, and that should be extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. And that's a double.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Back to the top of the Dodgers order. Here's Mookie now, 1 for 2. And a swing and a miss.
0-1's the count.
Next offering is in for a strike.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Let's go, Los Angeles!
Man at second. Ball in the dirt, and it gets away.
Let's go!
Kim up to third on the wild pitch.
Well, that right there can be a tough read as a runner on second to see if the ball's gotten away enough to move to third. You have to be sure you can make it because you're already in scoring position. Well, he was sure there, and now he's only 90 feet away from scoring.
Kim stands at third with 1 gone in the inning. Waves at the bender for the strikeout.
Well, that's a curveball that people like to describe as a hammer or Uncle Charlie, and you can see why. It's not a looping slow curve. He throws it hard, and it gets plenty of bite on the end.
Come on, Dodgers!
Edman in the box again, takes a strike.
All right, Dodgers! Woo!
0-2 now as he swings through it.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Up the middle. Now the throw to first on the run. And that's a nice play to end the inning. 1 left for LA. They still trail it here. It's 6-2. And welcome back to the ballpark. We go to the top of the 5th. Now it's going to be Hunter Goodman. Ball 1 there. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Michael Kopech appears to be getting loose. Number 86 also throwing. That one fouled off. Right through there for a strike. Out towards left center. Pajes pulls it down, and there's one down.
Now batting, third baseman, Ryan McMahon.
Ryan McMahon getting ready to hit. First pitch swinging.
0-1.
That one just misses. 1-2 to count.
Well, he's not afraid to fall into a 2-strike count. Knows the strike zone very well, so much so that I think umpires will look at him and determine whether it's a ball or strike, if he swings or not.
1 down, base is empty. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Estrada in the box with 2 gone and takes a look at a called strike. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
0-2 is the count.
Two down, nobody on, and we're at the top of the 5th. Inside, and it hit him.
Take your
He had 2 strikes on him, And he hit him.
Up next for
And now
Colorado,
here's a speed
center
threat,
fielder, Brenton
outfielder
Doyle.
Brenton Doyle. That's outside,
That's a ball.
and that is ball one. And a curve misses outside.
All right, Dodgers.
Swing and a drive, deep right field.
Turn it.
High bounce over the fence for an automatic double.
Up next
And
for
boy, do they
Colorado,
catch a
first
break.
baseman,
Otherwise,
Michael Tolio.
you're looking at runners around the bases and probably a run that scores.
Next for Colorado, Michael Tolio. He's already homered here in this one. A bit behind with that swing. It's strike one.
0-1's the count.
Come on, LA.
2 on, 2 outs. And that's in there for a strike, and quickly 0-2.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
And
One
that's
ball,
too high.
2 strikes.
And there's a ball. 2 outs, 2 in scoring position.
Strike him out.
And the slider just misses. Mickey Moniak up next for the Rockies.
Sit him down.
2 outs. And they're all loaded up.
Thank you, baby.
He knew he had a little wiggle room with the open base, but now that disappears. Mistake to this next batter, and this inning might really break open.
Mickey Moniak digging in for the Rockies, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts.
Sit them down.
We need a strikeout.
Late swing, foul to the left. 2 outs, bases are full.
Come on, Dodgers.
And that's outside. And the count even 1-1.
Couple sliders away, gets that hitter to really start looking and even leaning out over the plate. Very susceptible for the two-seamer here. Let's see what he throws.
All right, Dodgers.
Next offering is downstairs.
Boog, in situations like these, the air can get really thin up there at the plate. Got to find a way to breathe and slow everything down.
That's a strike across the top of the zone.
Here we go, defense.
Swing and a ground ball,
ball's foul.
and that's just foul. And it remains 2-2.
Let's go, D.
And a swing and a miss. The hat trick. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. Back here in LA, John Shambi with my buddy Chris Singleton, and set to get us started. Bottom 5, Freddie Freeman.
Let's go, Dodgers.
Let's go, Dodgers. Let's go, Dodgers.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
You know, these Dodgers really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. The numbers help tell the story. I mean, they've been sitting fastball, and it's paying off in a big way. So far with 6 hits against that pitch alone. And that's a great way for a lineup to dominate a game, because if a pitcher can't rely on his fastball to get outs, I mean, that puts a lot of pressure on the rest of his pitches to be effective.
No, that's low.
He's trying to stay down in the zone, but the hitter just will not chase. Now back in a 2-2 count, he's going to have to go to something else to get him out.
Let's go, LA!
Good eye right there.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Just a mid-90s challenge fastball right there. Not much to it. And I'm sure he'd love another swing at it, because it was in a very hittable location. Those are the swings where you can sometimes start to question yourself as a hitter and say, how did I miss that? But, you know, it happens.
Hernandez up to the plate for the 3rd time as he looks at 1 down low. The Rockies leading by 4, last half of inning number 5. In there for a strike at the bottom of the zone.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through 1 more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Sends it to Tolia, and Hernandez is out.
Good sinker low in the zone right there, and produced exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground, nice ground out.
2 outs, base is empty. Will Smith digs in now.
A walk, and he's also singled.
On the ground to 3rd, a dive, nice stop, over to 1st, and that's a great play for the out.
Well, that's cat-like reflexes over there at the hot corner. Nice job of making that play and ending the inning.
And we're back, all set for the top of the 6th. And now the shortstop, number 8. First pitch, and he just misses. That one missing inside. And that misses. And that's ball 3. And there's the automatic. Next offering is in for a strike.
3-2.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
You get a walk, and you get a walk. Everyone gets a walk, Boog.
Now the left fielder, Jordan Beck, 1 for 3.
Oh, now let's turn 2.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1. This one in the dirt. This one in the air center field. Pajes settles underneath it, and there's 1 down.
Now batting, designated hitter Tyler Freeman.
So a man aboard. Next is the designated hitter, Tyler Freeman.
Come on, let's get the ground ball.
Just off the outside edge. 1-0. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. Swing and a miss. Safe at second, and that was not close. 1 out and a runner at second, and we're in the top half of the 6th. That's a strike.
Nothing but curveballs so far in the at-bat. Kind of makes it difficult as a hitter to know what to look for because you start wondering if he'll keep coming with it or if they'll try to speed you up.
Line drive. He's got it. There's 2 away.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Hunter Goodman digging in for the Rockies.
Let's go, Dodgers!
Hit in the air, center field. Pajes on his way over, brings it in, and that's the 3rd out. So no runs, no base hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. 6, 7, 8 due in the bottom of the 6th. It's the Rockies 6 and the Dodgers 2. Back here at Chavez Ravine. Here's Max Muncy, that funky Muncy. Marquez back to work. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Victor Vodnik getting ready to come on for Bud Black. Herget getting loose as well. Late on that fastball.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. That one missed.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. And that's in the dirt. 3-2 now. Good job to fight that one off. Three-two. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at-bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. German Marquez is done in this one, and not a great performance, but he leaves with a big lead. New arm when we get back.
Now pitching for
New arm out of the
Colorado.
bullpen, Anthony Molina.
Number 43.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Man at first, nobody out. Michael Conforto steps to the plate for the Dodgers. And first offering is fouled off.
Ball.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
Let's go, LA.
The 1-1. And there's
2
a ball.
balls, 1 strike.
And that's
Ball,
off
that's
the
out.
outside edge. 3-1 now. There's the strike. Muncy aboard here at first with nobody out.
Come on, Los Angeles!
Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Headed down the line. And a foul ball. Battling here as he fouls it away.
Well, he's having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one.
This guy will throw any pitch in any count. 3-2. He goes off speed, gets the out.
Andy Pajes steps to the plate for the Dodgers. He's 0 for 1. Swing and a miss at a slider.
Now, these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
Next pitch misses outside, and it's 1-1. The Dodgers down by 4 here in the bottom of the 6th. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That one's back there. Going, gone. A 2-run homer, and they throw a pair on the board. It's 6-4.
This crowd is on fire right now. They're going nuts thanks to that home run. When you have a team that hits home runs at such a high rate, they can get back in the ball game so quickly. That's why that leadoff walk was extremely costly.
So 1 out, nobody on. Hesung Kim now at the plate. Swing and a foul straight back. Still only 1 out here in the inning. And now the count is even.
Tried to backdoor him with that slider right there, but just missed off the plate. Good pitch, though.
Inside. And a count 2-1. That's inside. And now it's filled up.
3-1 count, saying to himself, I've got to get a fastball here. Just spins a get-me-over breaking ball to bring the count full.
Tied him up on a fastball inside.
You usually are going to see that inside fastball a little longer coming in from the opposite side, but that pitch really got in on him right there. I mean, that's a well-thrown pitch. Tough to do anything with that in terms of getting the hands through and the sweet spot of the bat to the baseball.
And Mookie takes.
1-0.
Hard hit, right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. But not before they're able to draw closer with this blast. It's a 2-run lead now at 6-4. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Michael Kopech.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Now the third baseman, Ryan McMahon. A couple of walks and a strikeout. Outside, ball 1.
Well, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
And a strike right through there. That one at triple digits.
Looking good, Dodgers.
Pitch misses, and it's 2-1. Headed towards the corner. And a superb diving catch.
Hitter's got a broken heart on that one. It had base hit written all over it. Maybe extra bases. Great diving catch for the upset.
Next to hit for the Rockies, Tyro Estrada. That's in there. That's strike one. Kopech, 28 years old, and they went out and made a trade for him last season. Bases empty, one away here in the top half of inning number 7. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. Movement in the bullpen, Lou Trevino looks to be getting ready for manager Dave Roberts. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Went back to the fastball, and it was effective. 2 down, bases empty. So in now for Colorado, Brenton Doyle. First offering, and it just misses.
Ball 1, no strikes.
That finds the mark on the inside corner. Started to go after it. Now a look down to first. And he went around. Not an easy call there, but that puts an end to the inning. 1-2-3 go the Rockies. They still lead it, though, 6-4.
Now pitching for
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Jake Bird.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Leading off
Tommy Edman at the plate.
second baseman, Tommy Edman.
That one misses, and that's ball 1. And that's in for a strike. Bunting for a hit. He pops it up. He's got it. One up, one down. Well, he gave the bunt a shot there, but not able to execute.
Yeah, I think he rushed it a little bit, and when guys rush, it can be a pop-up or it can be bunted right back at a position player.
First one to Freeman is in for a strike. Outside low, and the count is 1-1. The Dodgers trailing by 2 here at the bottom of the 7th. Line drive, makes the grab, 2 down.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Hernandez stands in now and watches strike 1.
Late in the game, everyone gets a little tighter. Way to get ahead on a really good hitter right there.
And downstairs. Up and in, and that's ball 2. Two down, nobody on. Out to short.
Get there.
Sends it to Tolia, and Hernandez is out. And the Dodgers are set down in order. Nothing doing for the Dodgers here, and the score remains 6-4. And welcome back to the ballpark. We're at the top of the 8th, and now the first baseman, Michael Tolia. Inside corner for a strike. 0-1.
That's a ball. One ball, one strike.
That one the other way.
Move it, move it, move it.
Throw on to Freeman. First out in the top of the 8th.
Now batting, right fielder, Mickey Moniak.
Now it's the right fielder, Mickey Moniak. 3 strikeouts already. He's 0 for 3. That one catches the zone, and that's strike 1.
0-1's the count.
All right, Los Angeles.
And ball 1.
I got a ball, one strike. That's a strike.
Fouled off left side. Goes down looking.
Well, that's a pitch, that slider from an opposite-handed pitcher that you usually see very well, but for some reason he didn't pick it up, and it just kind of got into the strike zone late. Gave up on it a little bit early.
Number 8, the next to hit, takes outside. 2 down, nobody on, and we're in the top of the 8th. And a big swing and a miss.
1-1.
Falling behind 2-1. That one in triple digits. Ripped on a line to center. And that is that. Nothing doing for the Rockies. They're up 6-4. Back here at Dodger Stadium. And here's the catcher, Will Smith. That's off the mark, and it's 1-0. The Rockies have some action in the pen. Seth Halverson getting ready to come on for Bud Black. Kinley warming up as well. That's a little bit low.
I got 3-0.
And a foul ball. (3-1), and he couldn't come up with it. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
Here comes Max Muncy. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. With the tying run at the plate, here the bottom half of the 8th inning. In the air, left field, down the line. That skips over the fence, so it's an automatic double.
Well, this tends to happen more often in this park than others, and that short fence is just so inviting for hitters. You see a lot of balls bounce over for an automatic double when no one can run it down.
Substitution now at second base. Pinch running here, James Outman. And here is Michael Conforto. Golden opportunity right here. Outside low, ball 1.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
The Dodgers threatening.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
In there at the knees for a strike. Just missed. Andy Pajes in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Smith on third. Outman stands at second. No outs. Fastball right back to the mound in plenty of time to first, and that is a big first out.
That's a huge defensive play in the late stages of the game. It might not be the most challenging we've seen today, but it needed to be made. That's helping your team.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Jake Bird done for the day. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher.
Now pitching for
So out of the pen
Colorado.
comes the right-hander, Tyler Kinley.
And a tall task ahead of him right here with 2 runners in scoring position and multiple outs to get. He's going to be pitching for strikeouts here, no question.
So digging in, Andy Pajes. He's already homered in this game.
One more, baby.
This
Let's
is what
go.
stat nerds like myself might call a high-leverage situation.
Yeah, Boog, not sure what the numbers say, but clearly an at-bat that could change the course of this game dramatically.
Pitch misses, and that's ball 1.
This is a situation where the hitter is looking for something up in the zone that he can get his arms extended. What you have to be careful of is that pitch that's up, that's in on your hands. That'll pop you up in the infield, and that's exactly what the pitcher wants.
And another ball. Second and third, 1 away. And that drops in for a strike.
In today's game, not that many fastball counts, but hitters still in the back of their minds, they're looking for one. 2-0 changeup call right there. Excellent pitch selection to go with.
So the tying run at second. Right side, hard hit. Sends it to Tolia, and 2 away now. Hesung Kim steps to the plate for the Dodgers.
Well, they have to believe they can finish this comeback now. Time's running out, but they're in striking distance.
All right, Dodgers. Woo.
First pitch misses.
Ball 1, no strike.
Center field. Doyle under it. Drops into the glove. And that is the inning.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
Now pitching.
We're back. It's the top of the 9th. And there's a new pitcher on the mound, Tanner Scott.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
This
Miguel
change for the
Rojas
Dodgers.
now in the game as he
Now
takes
playing
over at third.
base, Number 72.
Well,
Miguel
1-run
Rojas.
game. Here's the left fielder,
Leading
Jordan
off for
Beck.
Colorado, left fielder Jordan Beck.
That's outside.
that ball went out.
And that is ball 1. Scott, an all-star a season ago. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, and he works in a changeup. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. So now 1-2. The other way, and he boots it. And they get the out. Good recovery. Wasn't easy following the misplay.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Tyler Freeman.
So now the DH spot, Tyler Freeman. 0 for 3 in this one. There's a strike. Next offering is down low.
All right, Dodgers.
And the slider catches the zone.
Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger, and perhaps the best pitch he'll see in this at-bat to hit.
Left field. That's out number 2.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
And that one fouled off.
Not looking like they'll be adding any insurance runs heading to the bottom of the 9th, so it's going to be on the bullpen to hold this lead.
There's a swing and a miss.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
Ball 1 there.
Too close for me, partner, to take that 0-2 fastball, but for whatever reasons, he let it go by. He's still in the at-bat. I don't think he'll let the next one go.
Breaking ball inside, and it's 2-2. Crowd locked in right now. 1-run game here in the 9th. Here's a 2-2. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. So they make short work of them there. To the bottom of the 9th we go. Top of the order due up. It's the Rockies 6 and the Dodgers 5. We're back, and on the mound is the closer, Seth Halverson.
Save opportunity for him right here, and he's their guy. Time to lock this one down and get out of here with the W.
Here's Mookie now. In there for a strike at the top of the zone.
0-1.
Come on, Dodgers.
That one's in there, and it's 0-2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
In the air, left field. Beck sizing this one up. And there's one away. That's a big first out right there, and that changes things.
Yeah, you can kind of see how just the hope and optimism is shrunk a little bit, but they got a couple more outs to work with. They got to find a way to get a runner on and get one around the bases.
Edman in the box now. Takes strike 1.
Just amazing to me how many closers and back-end relievers just throw absolute gas these days. I never would have had a chance.
Next pitch is outside. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
Swings and misses. Struck him out. Just 1 out remaining for the Dodgers.
I always see it more commonly in the sport these days, but man, a triple-digit fastball blown right by someone is still pretty awesome to witness. I mean, you got to be geared up and ready to swing it when a guy like this comes out of the bullpen, because that fastball, it eats, and if you're not ready, you're going to be walking back to the dugout.
Here is Freddie Freeman. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And that puts the tying run on base.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
2 outs, runner on first. And next will be the Dodgers cleanup hitter, Teoscar Hernandez. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Well, in this situation, the hitter knows that he's got to find a pitch that he can drive in order to drive in that tying run all the way from first base. So if he can't do that, keep the line moving through a walk or just a base hit. But you got to stay within yourself.
Fastball for a strike.
He must have been looking for something else because he gave up on that pitch a little early. It was right down Main Street. Probably not going to see a better pitch to hit in this at bat.
And there's a breaking ball that drops in there.
Typically, the outfield defense will play a little bit deeper just to keep the ball in front, make sure that runner on first doesn't come all the way around to score and tie this ball game up.
Next pitch misses. The count now 2-2. One strike away. Swing and a miss, and that's the ball game.
Sometimes road trips can be tough. You're away from your family, but when you can win, silence that opposing crowd, it makes things just a little bit better, makes the road trip just a little bit shorter.
6-5 the final here today. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon. Coming to you live from Southern California. We're going to be treated to a gorgeous day for baseball on the show. It's the Colorado Rockies taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. First pitch coming at you right after the break. Almost ready to get underway. And today's starting pitcher, Shohei Ohtani.
Boog, he brings a ton of confidence with him to the mound. He's looking for good at-bats and a few runs from his teammates, and he's hoping to take care of the rest to make sure they come away with a win. If he's on in this one, it's going to be a real uphill battle for everyone else.
Now the left fielder, Jordan Beck. Swing and a miss. Strike one.
0-1's the count.
Swings through that one.
Well, he's been aggressive right out of the box, and a smart pitcher is going to play off of that, especially when you get to 2 strikes.
That's out. Foul! That ball's foul!
Come on, Showtime.
Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. And one gone. Here's Tyler Freeman to hit. There's the strike. Freeman in his 3rd season, batting 2nd in today's lineup, and he's usually in the outfield. Today he's the DH. 1 out, bases empty. And a swing and a miss.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Come on, Showtime.
Next pitch is outside.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Ground ball left
Nope,
side.
that's foul.
And foul ball. And a pitch. That
2-2,
misses.
yeah.
And the count's even at 2. Ground ball, Freddie Freeman. And he handles it himself for the out. Here's Bud Black's lineup for the Colorado Rockies. With an excellent arm on the mound, Singy, this won't be easy. They'll need to take advantage of the opportunities that they do have.
You're right about that, Boog. Odds are they won't have many chances against this guy, but if they can rattle him out of the gates, they'll have a shot. If not, look out. It might be a long day for this offense.
Let's go, Showtime.
Hunter Goodman in the box now. No balls and a strike.
That's a ball.
2 out, space
1
is
ball, 1
empty.
strike. That's ball 2. We got 2 balls, 1 strike.
Next offering
ball 3.
upstairs. Misses downstairs, and that's ball 4.
Now, this was a story we were paying attention to before the game. We've seen him give up walks in the past, and it's an issue once again early on.
There's Ryan McMahon now. And first offering is fouled off. Pickoff throw, and he's back safely. Two outs. Check swing called strike. No balls, 2 strikes. Now one missed.
Well, he's not afraid to fall into a two-strike count. Knows the strike zone very well, so much so that I think umpires will look at him and determine whether it's a ball or strike, if he swings or not.
Got him looking for the K. Went back to the fastball, and it was effective. No runs on no hits, no errors, and one left on. And now the Dodgers get a crack at it. No score. Back here with my pal Singy, and today's starting pitcher, Germán Marquez.
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working, but if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
Bottom of the first, here's Mookie Betts. And that one fouled off. Swing and a miss.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. The shortstop takes the ball. Swings and misses, and that's the first out.
Batting second.
And here comes Tommy Edman. In for a strike. 0-1.
Let's go, Tom.
Fastball for a strike.
Quickly in an 0-2 hole, you're going to have to give something up here in terms of power if you want to put the ball in play with any authority.
That's outside.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, anytime you can punch out the top 2 guys in a lineup to start an inning, got to be feeling pretty good out there on the mound, because when you think of just having a distraction, table setters on the base paths, and all of a sudden you're dealing with the number 3 hitter, any distraction can cause you to serve up a cookie, and instead of it being a solo shot, it's a 2 or 3 run homer.
2 down, nobody on. And strike 2.
First 2 hitters get punched out on strikes. Take some notes from the dugout. When you get your chance, go up there and hit the ball hard somewhere.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And there's a ball.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
Just off the outside edge. 2-2.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
Now a screamer into the outfield. That's a fair ball, and it's getting into the corner. Now he'll turn for second. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Gotta love the resiliency he showed in that at bat, battling with 2 strikes. He got a pitch he could get to out front, kept his bat through the ball, and didn't pull off or roll his hands over. And that allowed him to rip that ball down the line for the double.
So runner at second, 2 down. And now Teoscar Hernandez. Just off the inside edge.
Well, you always want to come out in the first inning, try to put something up on the board. It's a big 2-out double right there. See if the cleanup man can drive him in and put a tally up there on the board.
That one in there across the letters.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
Here's a 1-2. And delivers outside.
Well, here's a chance right here for one of the better hitters on this roster to get him on the board in the first. Thanks to the three-hole hitter extending the inning. Good at bat with 2 outs.
Misses inside. And now 3-2. Will Smith in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here.
Go back to Colorado.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Batting fifth, catcher Will Smith.
Will Smith to the plate.
Come on, Will.
And fouled off. Here's your 1.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
That one outside. Now 1-2.
Well, that's kind of what you expect in an 0-2 count. Excellent job of the hitter to have the plate discipline to lay off of that pitch.
That's down and in. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. Base hit into the outfield. Here comes the throw. Not in time. He's safe at the plate. On the board first, it's 1-0.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. Here's Muncy to hit.
Let's go, Max.
And that is in for a strike. It's 0-1.
This might be the most pressure you put on this guy today. You got 1 run in. You got to try to get another 1 or maybe 2.
All right, Dodgers.
Fought off foul. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
And a swing and a miss. Good job at damage control right there. 1 run in the inning, but they leave 2. On to the second now from Dodger Stadium. It's the Dodgers 1 and the Rockies nothing. And we're back.
Leading
Top
off
of the
for
second.
Colorado,
So in now for
second baseman
Colorado, Tyro
Estrada.
Estrada. Ohtani back to work. Popped in the air, left side. Muncy brings it in. 1 away.
Batting sixth, center fielder Britton Doyle.
Brenton Doyle will hit next. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. That's in there. Strike 1.
Yeah, we go beyond just the fielding percentage and what it looks like, but the ability to have range and close holes that are normally there against an average defender. But this guy is special, and you can see it in his first step quickness.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
Boog, and the one thing about that is speed never goes in a slump, and defense shouldn't either. Hitting-wise, you can struggle, you can lose your mechanics, but the thing that you can do consistently every single game is play great defense if you're talented in that way, and this is what this guy does.
Here's Michael Tolia. And there's the strike.
0-1.
That one pushed foul out of play off to the left. Misses off the plate, and the count is 1-2. Upstairs. Got him swinging. Rockies are down quietly, and it remains 1-0. Back here at Chavez Ravine, the batter will be Michael Conforto.
Fielder, Michael Conforto.
This is a batter who clearly performs better in day games. I don't know why, but his numbers generally back it up.
Next offering is in for a strike.
James Kingsley working the plate. Kingsley's pretty well respected around the league.
Yeah, when you talk to players, I think consistently he is one of the guys you hear compliments about. Players appreciate the job he does back there.
Yeah, and that's kind of all you can ask for, really, just to...
And now this one's a rocket to right. Way back there. Gone. That'll fire up the dugout. It's 2-0.
That's exactly what this crowd wanted to see in this spot. He blasted that pitch. No matter how this outing ends, that pitch is going to haunt him for a while. An 0-2 mistake. That's supposed to be a pitch out of the zone. He left it in a spot that the hitter could do some damage with, and that's exactly what he did.
And next for L.A., Andy Pajes. Swings through the fastball up in the zone.
Oh, you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run, go back to work, focus on this next batter.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in. Bottom half of inning number 2. That misses the zone, and 1-1. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And down on strikes he goes. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer.
Clearly looking out over the plate on that outer third, and that pitch finished right down the middle, just a little bit in, and he couldn't pull the trigger.
Hesung Kim, batting with 1 down, takes a strike. One down, base is empty. Right through there for a strike. And that one is inside ball 1. That one to first. And he takes it himself for the out.
Now batting, shortstop, Mookie Betts.
Back to the top of the lineup. Now it's Mookie Betts. Led off the game with a strikeout. That one's in there, and that is strike 1. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just got to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
See ya. Strikes him out for the 2nd time today. But the solo shot stretches their lead even further. It's now a 2-0 ball game. Back here in L.A., and now the right fielder, Mickey Moniak. And there's a strike. Good heater at 98.
0-1's the count.
Liner, base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Batting ninth, shortstop, Ryan
Next up,
Ritter.
it's the first-year shortstop.
Get two!
High fly ball out towards left field. That one back there. And it is out of here. A laser to left. And it ties it up. It's 2-2. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. Well, I'm not really sure how he kept that fair. When you're out in front on a breaking ball like that, such a good chance that it's going to hook foul, but not this time. He kept the hands moving forward just long enough to sneak it inside that foul pole.
So the Rockies lineup turns over. Next for Colorado, Jordan Beck. Swing and a miss.
0-1.
It can be tough to bounce back after a big home run, but nobody on, nobody out. You just have to treat it as a fresh inning.
Gets him to chase after that one.
The real threats are coming up. Already given up a home run in this inning. He's going to really have to bear down.
Swing and a miss at the splitter, and it's a strikeout.
Well, he made pretty quick work of him right there. You look at the sequence, everything down at the knees and below. And some guys are good low ball hitters, but right there, they clearly had a plan to pound that part of the zone, and he wasn't able to put up much of a fight.
So up next, Tyler Freeman. Grounded out his first time up. Strike one.
0-1's the count.
Still only one out here in the inning. That's a ball. Tried to attack with the sweeper. That missed inside. And it's 2-1.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
One down, base is empty.
That's ball 3.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
And there's a rocket into the outfield. Around first, heading for 2. And he's in with a stand-up double.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. Put a really nice balanced swing on it, and when you can rope one into the gap like that, you're thinking extra bases from the first couple of steps out of the box, and he'll feel real good about that one.
Now here is Hunter Goodman. He reached on a walk his first time. Fastball is outside. Next offering in there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. And that's a strike. Freeman, the runner at second with 1 away. That missed by a lot. And the count is 2-2. And that one is inside. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. And there's two gone following the strikeout. And the runner holds.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly, he had him fooled.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. So next will be the 4-hole hitter for the Rockies, Ryan McMahon. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. Just off the outside edge, and now it's even 1-1.
Nope, inside, ball 2.
Just off the inside edge, Tyro Estrada in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here.
Come on, Los Angeles.
That one ripped right center field, and that gets down into the gap. The run comes in to score from second. It's 3-2.
But when you fall behind in the count, you've got to come into the zone, and then guys have a better chance of hitting the ball hard like he did right there.
So runner at second, 2 down. And now Tyro Estrada. First time up was a pop out. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Though Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. Man on second, 2 down. And that one off the outside edge. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep, because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. The 2-1. And that one clips the corner. Runner at second, 2 down. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Inning ends, and that stops the bleeding. 3 runs for him here, and they move ahead. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Rockies 3 and the Dodgers 2. And welcome back to the ballpark. Set for the bottom of the 3rd. Here's a switch hitter, Tommy Edman.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats. You know, these Dodgers showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
Tolia
Come on.
tosses to the pitcher covering the bag. 1 gone, bottom of the 3rd inning.
Now batting, first baseman, Freddie Freeman.
Freddie Freeman up to the dish. A double and a run scored his first time up. That misses the zone, and that's ball 1.
Still relatively early, but with the pair of runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count might set them up to do more damage later in this game.
Next offering is fouled back. Foul ball there. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. That one to first. And he handles it himself for the out.
Now batting, left fielder, Teoscar Hernandez.
Here's Teoscar Hernandez. one is downstairs, and it's 1-0.
1-0.
Line drive, makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. Dodgers down in order, and it's still a 3-2 ball game. Back here at Dodger Stadium, and stepping in is the speedy Brenton Doyle. Right through there for a strike.
All these Rockies showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. It's not just the 3 runs they've already scored. On top of that, they forced this starter to throw more pitches than he wanted to at this point of the game.
That misses the zone, and the count 1-2.
And that pitch count is impactful because if they can keep making him work hard out there, it may force the bullpen to get involved a little sooner rather than later.
Punch him out.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And he's up to 8 strikeouts in this one. Michael Tolia, the next to hit. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Base is empty, 1 away. Top half of inning number 4. And it's fouled away.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
That one misses. 2 balls and a strike.
All right, Dodgers. Woo!
And a swing and a miss there.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Get out of here, Rockies.
Not close with that one. 3-2 now. This one in the air, right field. Conforto sizes this one up. Hauls it in, 2 away.
Now batting, right fielder, Mickey Moniak.
So digging in, Mickey Moniak. Singled and scored his first time. Moniak checks his swing. Appeal down to third. And he went, says Larry Bullard. Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2.
From a pitcher's perspective, that's a beautiful splitter right there. As a hitter, you don't like it, but he's commanded his fastball, and out of that same tunnel, that splitter comes, and the bottom just falls out of it.
That's a
One
ball.
ball,
Went with the
2
sweeper. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's his 9th strikeout so far. 1-2-3 go the Rockies. But they still lead at 3-2. And we're back. Ready to go. Bottom 4. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Will Smith. That one finds the zone, and it's 0-1. Line drive. And there's a hit. And a good start to the inning.
That's back-to-back singles for him. Off the bat, it was headed for the gap all the way. And as a hitter, you love seeing those as you take your first couple of steps out of the box. You know you got some real estate to run on, and such a good feeling. Nice liner into the gap right there.
And now it's Max Muncy. There's a strike.
Boog, over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. You're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound.
That misses, and the count is 1-1.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Come on, Dodgers, let's go.
Swings and misses. Going to count 1-2.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Liner caught at second. Throw not in time as he's able to get back to avoid the double play.
He put a really good swing on that pitch and hit the ball hard. You know, line drives won't always find a hole, but the more you can hit the ball like that with good exit velo, the better off you're going to be in the long run.
Conforto in the box now. Takes strike 1.
Let's go now. Base hit here.
That catches the top part of the zone. 0-2.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Maybe a 2-ball. 5, 4, 3. It's a double play, and that'll do it for the inning.
Poetry in motion there as the second baseman turns the double play. Nice throw to first, and that's the way to end the inning.
Back here at Chavez Ravine, ready now for the 5th inning. Stepping in, number 8. Ohtani back to work. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike 1. Activity in the bullpen for the Dodgers. Michael Kopech up and loosening in the pen. Number 86 also getting ready. Fouled off. He was late. Swing and a high fly ball left field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. 1 down.
Good pitch. He just kind of had him out in front on that pitch away and wasn't able to stay closed.
Jordan Beck digs in now. 0 for 2 in this one. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
0-1.
Now the 0-1. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
So hard to touch. Being at the top of the zone, 99, 98, even 97. As pitchers do such a good job of teasing that part of the zone, just elevating a little bit. It looks good because you see it for a good while as a hitter. Looks juicy, and by the time you swing, it's almost in the catcher's mitt.
And here comes the Dodgers manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Ohtani will depart, and he leaves in a 1-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute.
Now pitching.
And we've got ourselves a pitching change. Michael Kopech.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
2 outs, base is empty. Tyler Freeman digging in for the Rockies. 1 for 2. And the first offering is not close. And another ball. That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. Now one missed.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
Inside, and that's ball 4.
Well, that's a really good take right there, and that's just mentally prepared, knowing that if it's not on a tee, you're going to take that pitch because you still have one more strike to work with. Not easy to lay off, but he did an excellent job in that plate appearance.
Goodman up for the third time and takes ball one. Freeman leads off first with 2 down to the inning.
That's in. Ball 2.
Runner takes off, pitch in for a strike. And that's a stolen base, not even close.
Yeah, I like being aggressive right there with 2 outs. It's kind of a classic steal situation. If you get thrown out, no big deal. That guy at the plate leads off the next inning. Now, a single to the outfield can push a run across.
Come on, Dodgers!
Swing and a miss. Oh, and he lost the handle on that one. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. That one misses. Full count now. Ryan McMahon and a Colorado on deck circle.
Sit him down!
Man at second. Can't glove it cleanly. Still able to fire over. It's in and out of his glove.
Oh, come on.
Now batting, third baseman, Ryan McMahon.
Well, you can't give him 2 errors on that play, but that's pretty much what it looked like. Tried to stay with it after the bobble, and it might have pulled it off with a good throw, but it's